to explain how to use vertical shifts of sine and cosine curves. So we first need to understand the function that we're looking at, which is, as you can see, f of x, or we can use g of x. G of x equals d plus a cos, which is the cos of bx minus c. Okay, so as an example, we have gx equals 2 cos pi x plus 1. The amplitude is going to be what a is. It's always the exact number. So in this example, 2 is the amplitude. A period, whenever we use it, is 2 pi over b. So as an example, as I said, 2 pi over b is going to be 2 pi over pi, which equals 2. On a scale, we're going to take that 2 and divide it by 4, and that will give us our x scale, or our distance between critical points. The start will be pi x equals 0, which means x equals 0. At the end point, we have pi x equals 2 pi, or x equals 2. Then we have, as that, an example of, well, if we're using our example, the plus 1 is going to be our vertical shift. So we're going to move the shift upwards. So as you can see, the amplitude would be moved up by 1 or moved down. It depends. In this case, it's going to be moved up. Our amplitude over here is going to be a positive number before we make it the exact number. Over here, as a second example, if we take the f of x, which would be still the same, but we're using sine in this case. We have f of x equals 2 minus sine by 2 pi x over 3. Amplitude is going to be 1, but because it's a negative 1, we're going to flip it, the starting point over x. The period 2 pi over b is still going to be the same. In this example, we have 2 pi over 3. So 2 pi over 2 pi over 3, which would, to simplify, you just multiply by 3 over 2 pi on each side and get 3. Our x scale, or distance between the critical points, is going to be 3 divided by 4. So our vertical shift is going to be 2 because we have a plus 2 all the way at the front of the function. Tricked you there because we put it at front instead of behind. Start point would be 2 pi x over 3 equals 0, so x would equal 0. And the end point would be 2 pi x over 3 equals 2 pi, x equals 3.